the ceremony. And so this one woman, a woman who had never been divorced, married, never been divorced, was in charge of brushing and styling a bride's long hair, while the other women around her would sing call and response songs in honor of the bride. So using long, deliberate strokes, this woman brushes rihan, which is a sweet-smelling mixture of herbs, into the bride's long hair. And then after this is complete, women would pass around this bowl of rihan, and every woman would take a little bit and put it on her face, under her nose, because it was believed to bring baraka to the other women who were present at the wedding. So women told me that the thickness and the length of the bride's hair was a direct reflection of her potential fertility, and her brush was believed to absorb some of her essence, the reproductive essence or power. And so a woman told me that or various women told me that if a bride doesn't want to get pregnant right away, she tells the woman who brushes her hair to hide her brush from her. So this is a way to, until she's ready to start having children, then she asks the woman for the brush back. So the brush was believed to even absorb some of this fertility, female fertility. So then the bride's head is covered with a red silk cloth that's layered with silk tassels and silver jewelry that she wears during the public portion of the wedding ceremony. And so this headdress is sewn up, onto her head, on the sides, not onto her. So the bride's vision is severely reduced by the cloth, so she can see through it. It's somewhat porous, but so she can see what's happening around her. But this headdress is called an abrok, and it places the bride within a contained space that limits her sensorial contact with the outside world. So it's believed to protect her against harmful forces such as the evil eye, the jinn, praying people who are passing through phases of the life cycle like marriage. So all brides in southeastern Morocco are dressed in the same fashion. And women also told me that this gives young women a sense of unity. Also, the head covering provides them with psychological protection because everyone's looking, who's this bride? Who is she? So it keeps her very comfortable at the wedding. And the wedding really begins when you see this group of brides arriving, or sometimes there might just be one bride. What very often happens in rural areas is that many families will have weddings all at the same time. And this is ordered to distribute the guests among the various weddings that are happening, because weddings happen in public. So if you hear a wedding song happening, you can attend it. You can just go and you can attend the wedding and you can join in on the dancing and singing. So this is a way to, just sort of pool finances among people living in the same village. So each bride is going to go to a separate household. And then when she gets there, she's typically placed inside of a tent where she remains on display during the entire 3-day wedding ceremony. And one of the things I found extremely fascinating is that, and you'll see this in the video, I didn't really hardly see the groom at the wedding. And I kept saying, well, where is he? What's going on? And to me, this demonstrates that men really rely on women to create the public symbols of Berber identity. And if you compare and contrast the dress of the bride with the groom is also dressed with similar colors to the bride, and he wears a woman's belt draped, he has a sash across his chest. There's a woman's bracelet that's tied at the bottom, and he also has a woman's belt wrapped around his head. So when the bride arrives at the husband's house, men arrive, they sing songs in her honor, and she really is a central public figure. So at this point, I would like to show you the video that I have. Like I said, it's 8 minutes long. It's pretty short. And so what it is a montage of